Hello and welcome to the top of the slag pile. If they find me, just remember, I always loved you. I know what we had was brief and so long to grow, and then to be pruned so callously by your words. I saw past your flaws. I even loved you for them, and I guess I hoped that you could do the same for me. But alas, some roses only flower but once. And joining me tonight are Eric Cabbage and Will Brown. How are you, fellas?
Good. I'm a few beers in.
I'm one whole pina colada in, so...
Pina coladas.
Oh,
well.
yeah. I've made cream of coconut. I have been on the cocktail kick, as we'd say. Been making what they're called. I want to say it's a gremlin, but it's not a gremlin. It's just lime juice and gin, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. And then pina coladas and sours and all sorts of shit. I'm branching out, boys. I can't be that poor child anymore.
This is incredible news.
Oh, yeah, it's a real development in my life. If anything, I've just realised that most things are very sweet, very sugary, and got shitloads of lemon and lime in. But my God, it's good.
That's my main problem with cocktails, though, is they're just so sweet. I can't do it. I can't handle the sugariness.
Well, I've got one for you, and it's just called lime cordial and gin. And my God, that puckers you.
That does sound good, to be fair.
I think cocktails technically need 3 ingredients.
Well, I made the lime, but I made the lime cordial, so
it's got water and lime.
It's got lime and citric acid and sugar and all sorts of shit. Because that's the kind of stuff I keep in the pantry.
I was expecting you to say...
There's a soundbite right there.
I was going to say that the third ingredient could just be love.
Oh, no.
Because that's the kind of thing I keep in the pantry.
If you want to keep your love in the pantry, I let mine out, boyo.
Ooh, now that's tempting.
Oh.
Because we're doing really well, but the boyo is sending me towards a segment that I planned for.
Boyo? What kind of segment have you got planned for boyo?
Do you want to know?
Oh boy, I do.
You can't queue it up and then leave us hanging.
Yes, I can.
But you won't in the edit. It's coming right next.
Okay, so I don't even. I'm guessing we're just going to do the 10 apiece. It's going to be a fairly short segment because of little short words. Little short words. like and be, but not like squirrel or octopus. They're quite long. Now.
Very good.
Thank you.
Lovely examples of short and then long words.
Will, you can go first because you've got a nice little smile.
Oh, thank you. That's very, very kind of you to say.
He does actually, though, doesn't he?
He does. He does.
No,
I'm gonna give you words from the area that you say you're from, or in Eric's case, says he's not from anymore because he's changed his mind.
Excellent.
Changed my identity.
And then if you can get it, and then I'll give it to the other person. If you don't get it, to
excellent. I look forward to not knowing any of these. So carry on.
Let's start off. It's ridiculous. If I said someone was apparently nebby,
a bit nosy.
What? Yes.
Yeah. It means
straight up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Just nosy, bit
nebby.
That one seems fairly straightforward, right? No.
Not at all.
Anyways, 1-0. Suck on them apples.
Yeah, I know. Actually, we've not. That doesn't mean anything right now. We're gonna do a finger in the eel. In the eel. I'm gonna finger eels now.
A finger in the eel. The old classic bit of this podcast.
So at the end of this, the loser will end up with actually now a finger in both ears because I'm owed.
Because you owe a finger to both.
I owe a finger to both of you now.
Does any one of us get a finger fin?
Nope, not yet. It's because you would if you came up with any segments. You lazy ass.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Hang on, there's definitely more fingers in ears going on than just you. Is it just you to both of us? Is that where it stands?
Yeah. It's because the David one. I know a lot of Davids. Oh, at least like 2 more than him. Cool. Like Lincolnshire. If if I was to Gorster,
Oh fuck.
if I were to turn up in a train station,
Yeah.
and I suddenly sat down and committed Gorster, and I Gorsted, I were to Gorster. What would I be doing on the floor of the train station?
Would that be a bum whistle?
A cheeky little bum whistle on the floor of the train station.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
would that
Is that what that is?
would
No.
that be a bum whistle? No.
It means to laugh helplessly. I should have given it to fucking Will, but he wouldn't have got it.
To laugh helplessly.
to laugh helplessly. It's the last thing you can do. That's it.
As you die on the train station floor, where you would only Gorster. It's specific to train stations as well.
Yeah, you get to the train station, your train pulls out, and then someone stands on your foot by accident and doesn't say anything and just keeps on walking, and then you laugh helplessly.
Until you die of dehydration and malnutrition because you couldn't go anywhere else.
You were helpless. You were helpless. You couldn't be helped. So people were coming around with IV drips and stuff, but you're laughing, you're thrashing around, and it was so the standing on the foot was so funny.
It's the biggest killer in North Lincolnshire. I don't know what you're joking about.
Yeah, is dying from exposure at Boston train station because you were laughing helplessly and just just couldn't be helped.
I apologise to any families that have been affected by gorstering, particularly in North Lincolnshire train stations.
And I retain that I'm not from Lincolnshire. I'm from North Lincolnshire via Yorkshire. So it's fair enough if I don't know any of these.
Pick a place, man. Pick a place.
If you did Yorkshire slang, you'd have half a chance. Well, I was born in Yorkshire to Yorkshire parents.
If someone's Raj, what are they, Mr. William?
Someone's a bit Raj.
If someone's a bit Raj, Big Willie style, what will they be?
They're a bit of a chava. They're a bit of a chav. They're a bit rough. They're a bit scruffy.
What was the first word you said there?
Raj is a bit angry normally, but like if you said someone was a Raji, you'd normally say that they were a bit like
He got two straight up there. He got two straight up. I feel like this is really unfair on Eric. We might revise the thing.
You're not getting no fingers in ears anymore.
If you could come up with some Yorkshire slang off the top of your head for me, I'll get that.
No. What does jock me?
I'll tell you all about Ginnels.
No. They're banned. They upset me. I'll buy the winner a nice refreshing pint of beer next time I see him.
Oh, are we foregoing the ear fingering?
Yeah,
We're now going winner gets a prize rather than loser gets a finger.
Yeah. I know it's really out of character for me.
No, we both get a pint, but one of us gets a finger in the pint. And we will forget who won and who lost, and we'll just get given 2 pints.
And you can do whatever you want with that finger preceding the pint. That's the
whether it be an ear, a belly button.
I know I'm about to agree to something that will mean I'll have to pay for twice the amount of pints that I was originally planning to pay for, but also the idea that
you get to have some fingering mischief beforehand.
I get to also be a chaotic arsehole about it as well, so I'm probably going to do that as well. Yes. Okay, so I will buy you both a pint anyway because you're just lovely people, and you know
exactly. And then you can tell us later. But when you give us the pints, you can say this was the prize for X, and we have to remember who won. So as to whose pint we want to try and steal.
It's probably never going to happen, Will. You're right. Anyway, Will, you are right as well because you got the whole the Raji stuff. It's almost as if you're from Newcastle.
It's almost like that, even though I don't have the accent really.
Okay, over to this absolute chip pan fire. If I were to say to you, Eric, if I came up to you, in the local WH Smiths,
okay,
and not a sponsor, and as I swept the What Tractor magazine from your hand and stared you dead in the eyes, I said, "It's our Ots behave."
What did you say? Can you cough for that
It's our rot, behave. What would I be saying to you?
Are you saying it's all right, behave? As in,
It's all right. It sounded like it's all right, beehive.
just ignore the last thing that I did. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, I slapped it. Just ignore that.
Ignore the last thing I did. Don't worry about that. I'm sorry.
If I could live my life with that excuse, I would do some shit.
Just disregard what I just did there.
Please just forget that.
Yeah,
happened. It's way easier for me if that's the way we can live this.
Fuck it. It's not important.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Will, what do you think it is?
Oh.
Can I have it one last time, please?
I thought maybe I had it.
It's... no.
No.
Just simply you do not. It's our rot, behave.
It's our rot, behave.
It's our rot, behave. Behave? Behave?
Behave? Behave? It's alright, behave.
It's alright to behave.
It's a bit of a Spanish man going to Essex.
That wasn't Spanish.
It's alright, behave.
It's alright to behave. Oh, it's a big sea monster. Oh, sorry.
Jar Jar Binks goes to W.A. Smiths in this. Incredible. I have absolutely no idea. I thought that it's alright, beehive was like a term of endearment and don't worry about it. This thing's alright, babe, sort of thing.
It's alright, babe.
It's alright, babe.
It's alright, babe.
They'll have the biros in stock next week.
I come up to Eric, slap his tractor magazine out of hand, and I say, "It's alright, babe." No, it means it's been very, very hot.
What?
It's been what?
It's been very, very hot.
How dare you come up to me with misleading contexts for the words?
To be fair, I've had none of that shit. He's just said words at me.
You set me all up with knocking tractor magazines out my hands in W.H. Smith's, and then say something totally irrelevant.
Now, I wanted a fan, but I couldn't grab it properly because it's a slip. I'm so sweaty, it slipped out my hand. So I knocked out. But what I was actually doing was I was trying to grab it so I could do like a
so you could fan yourself, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I think is that right? Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're gonna fucking hold off now. Okay, cool. Thank you. Right. All right.
Yeah, fair enough. That context makes sense, I suppose.
I'm glad. I'm just sick of your naysaying. Right. If I came up to you, Big Willie style, my finger moved slowly towards your navel, and I looked you.
Excellent use of the word navel.
Thank you. My finger moved so towards your pertaining of militaristic ships at sea, and I gave it an howk, HOWK. I were to give your navel a little howk. I gave you the spelling. I don't know what more I can do.
HAWK.
HOWK. I think I said it entirely wrong as well. I think I spelt it wrong the first time I said it. HOWK. If I give it a howk. Howk.
I have no idea what you're trying to say. A howk. Hook. I assume it was like just a Geordie way of saying hook.
It doesn't. No, I don't. It definitely isn't that. It's not a hook.
No. I have no idea. What have you said?
Eric, what was it? Tell me. Come on.
You've lived in South Shields, so you probably know most of the words, anyways.
I haven't known the last three. I haven't known the last two. I know this one, obviously. I'm about to say the answer to this one.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
And that answer is?
It's gonna give you navel a little.
Just use your brain.
I see what it's from.
just
a little warm embrace. I don't know. I'm assuming your context is misleading again.
It's to pick or scratch. So I think the context was entirely fine. I think I was really being quite obvious as well.
It was misleadingly fine.
Oh yes, I should be less obvious.
You've double bluffed us.
I have, yes.
What?
Do I need to go back to you? Fucking hell. Okay.
Yes, please.
Come on. What's this fair play malarkey?
When you imagine slang, you imagine like Cockney rhyming slang. You've got like skyrocket. That's 2 words. Normally, that's pretty much as far as it'll go. Like 2 words. Up the apples and pears
At most.
Like
That's
that's
usually it's an abbreviation of things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a term to mean lots.
Yeah, this ain't that. So,
Okay.
Eric,
Yeah.
if I were when I saw you, hang on, let me just read what it means. If I saw you trekking down upon the valley fields,
Yep.
marveling at God's great creations, the butterfly, for instance, and running your hands through his wonderful stalky visions,
Yep.
and I said to you, wiping the sweat from my brow and removing my straw hat, we had a rare owl's... Oh, sorry.
Wow, that was a strong effort.
Sorry, I'm going to have to read it in my voice, I think. We've had a rare owled lot o' aver i' the wheat this harvest. We've had a rare owled lot o' aver i' the wheat this harvest.
You see, you understand now why I struggled so much with that phonetic Yorkshire. It was disgraceful.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it
Thank you.
a really long-winded way of saying a baker's dozen?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it doesn't mean we've had a really good year, or like this is looking really good.
So just to go back to what I was saying earlier, I see you walking through the valley enjoying nature, and I
Okay.
Okay.
Can I try again, given the context?
I trundle up to you, remove my straw hat, wipe the sweat from my brow, and I say to you, a baker's dozen.
Okay, can I try again and assume that the context is relevant? Okay. Is the word is the
It is a bit, but it's like if you do some mental gymnastics, it is.
Okay, was the verb you used trundle, was that important?
Maybe like you could trundle when you're doing
Read
this.
into that if you want.
Yeah.
You've never looked so disinterested when he asked you something. Was trundle important? Nah. Nah.
I'm trying to find
not.
clues here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're fucking miles away. It's
You
not
said,
even
you
close.
said
You're
trundle,
not even-
that's not
he's
something
not-
you'd normally say to describe walking.
He's not
Oh.
miles away. Trundle might as well be in its own dimensional pocket. I don't know.
I'd say trundle is something that you'd only ever do when you've got wheels.
Okay, so okay.
That's the thing. What's he doing with these wheels?
What am I doing with these wheels? Fair
What are you doing
enough.
with those wheels?
Fair enough. What am I doing with the wheels? You have to
What, you're
tell
trundling
me.
along on casters?
On I'm not having casters on. What? I will not put casters on this piece of thing that
These
I'm doing.
fucking all-terrain casters you've got to go through the fields so that you can come and talk to me and chat your shit.
Free range shopping trolley, that's what that is.
Give me an answer, you little hairy man.
Okay, you trundle up to me on your all-terrain casters and you say some old bollocks in a field and you're sweaty. No, we've already had one about being hot. Or maybe that's the thing. Maybe just people in Lincolnshire just aren't built for the Lincolnshire climate and they're always just complaining about how fucking hot it is. This is one hell of a summer, isn't it?
Oh.
You're looking at me there like I might be close. I might be close.
No, it's not. Sorry,
No,
I
it's
actually, after all this talk, I genuinely forgot what it was. You're not even close. Yeah.
So that was a look of a man that had forgotten, and that sounded like a reasonable guess.
Yeah.
As opposed to any kind of inclusion.
Yeah.
It's not just like, it's a lovely day, isn't it? Or it's a bountiful harvest we've had, so,
Okay, actually, Will gets a point for that.
What?
We'll get okay.
We've had a really good year.
Actually, no,
Isn't
no.
it a great time?
No. Okay. Actually, no, because it's very specific. I'm going to pitch that Will should get half a point for this, but I will take complaints from the floor. It actually meant when I say we've had a rare owled lot over. Oh fucking hell! We've had a rare owled lot over the wheat this harvest.
Mm.
That means we've had a lot of wild oats in the wheat this harvest.
Oh.
And I think that Will deserves half a point because he did say there was a harvest.
But you
No,
because you said harvest in the fucking
you said
thing.
Harvest. I don't want my half.
You said harvest in the quote. in the
Yeah, you
in
said
the
it.
slang phrase.
I mean, Will's a right sucker here, but sure, you won't get the point then, mate.
No, I'm okay with that for half a point. I'll take my 2 point to nil victory.
Also, do you
Had
know
a load of wild oats in the harvest.
Yeah,
isn't that a bad thing?
I don't know.
Because then it's all mixed in with the wheat. You don't want it mixed up, do you?
You get some surprise porridge.
People don't want surprise porridge, Finn.
No.
People just want bread.
Have you never woken
They don't
up,
want bread with surprise porridge in the middle.
Have you never woken up and thought, ooh, surprise porridge?
Just I'll make myself some toast, and then you pull it out, and you go, I've made surprise porridge on my
you're
toast.
terrible.
Surprise porridge.
Looks like there were wheat in harvest. Next bullshit, please.
That's bullshit. This is Geordie bullshit. This one. If I came up to you and went, "Other way, man," in the tannery.
Add away, man.
Other way, man. When we're dipping.
You're just asking someone to get out the way.
I hadn't finished, but fair enough. No, I'm not. What am I talking about, Eric?
Is it fuck off?
No.
Oh.
It means no way, get away, or you're joking.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't mean it in that context. Fair enough.
God, you're honest. You
Yeah.
honest suckers.
There's a good one in. I was working with an Irish guy a few weeks back, and every time you told him anything, his reaction was "Get away! Tell him anything, anything at all, any fact.
Do you think?
Get away!"
Maybe he just hated your presence.
But he was just so friendly about it.
He simply just did not want.
He just sounded so friendly. I just
Get away!
kept talking to
Leave
him.
me alone. Kindly leave me alone.
Please,
You've said too much to us,
leave.
and I don't care anymore.
Now.
Please leave us
Get
alone.
out! Get out!
Get out the door. Take your dog
I
and your
don't
fucking
want you
screwdrivers and
here.
leave.
I don't want your
leave.
fucking fun facts.
I came here to work, not to talk to you and your sorry
I'm
ass.
sick of your beard.
Get away, man.
I'm sick of your beard.
Get away.
And your weird truck games.
Stop talking about the trucks.
I don't want any Hazlitt balls. They sound fucking awful.
You're a strange Victorian leprechaun.
And that's no one from Ireland ever listening.
Yeah. If they ever had.
They ever had.
Right.
Actually, I know that they haven't. So far.
Eric's watching you all.
And
That's not come up on the thing yet.
And may that continue. Right. I'm going to give you a twofer now. 2 points up for grabs with the next one in the penultimate question. Okay.
Just for me.
Well, he can take it because you're definitely going to get it, are you? Right. If I come up to you, and we're in North Lincolnshire, we're standing below the famous North Lincolnshire Space Observatory. We're also in the farmers' market. Beside the swimming baths, I look over and I see, and then I turn to one of the suppliers of sundry things beneath the observatory and next to the swimming baths, and I say, "Hello, my good sir. I would like to purchase some faverils. I would also like a conger." What am I trying to purchase?
Fatherils and a
Fatherils.
conger.
I would like some fatherils and a conger whilst I'm in this most famous of locations. If any listeners are wondering, yes, I do hate myself most of the time. I just thought
what city?
I just thought I'd let you know that.
Fatherils and a conger. I haven't the fucking foggiest.
I'm also sitting here in my active wear.
Your active wear.
Yes.
Oh my!
I went to the gym and didn't have time to shower. It was either buy beer or shower, and I'm not talking to you sober.
Correct choice. Well played, sir.
Nor clean. Sorry, faverils and a conger.
Opera glasses and a moon cup.
Incredible.
2 whole points
Bang
go your
on,
way,
was it?
sir.
Yeah,
Bang on.
imagine if that were the case. Imagine what kind of fantastic world we'd live in if that were right.
Where there's Lincolnshire slang for moon cup.
Pack of smokes and a skipping rope.
Shockingly, nobody gets any points for the North Lincolnshire
Nope.
round.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, so
What city planner lives in North Lincolnshire? What the fuck happened there with the school next to the market, next to the the observatory? What the fuck's going on?
I'm not from there, man. Ask Eric. I was asking for onions and a cucumber.
Fatherils. Conga.
Which one?
Okay.
No, whoa. Which one do you think is the onion and the cucumber out of those two?
In that
that's
same
the
order.
point,
I
yeah.
think onions and
think-
onions and fatherils, and then conga and cucumber.
Go on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
I mean, conga's a great name for cucumber. A big fat conga.
I thought you said conga.
That was conga. Conga. It's just a different way of pronouncing G.
I don't know.
Conga. I mean, would you have got it if he said
Oh,
conga?
a conge.
No. No, to be honest with you, no. But I was thinking of conga, like come and join the conga. I was wondering, and I more wanted to know why they'd call a cucumber a conga.
I just realised that wasn't the penultimate round, and I'm really sorry. Now it is.
Oh.
We'll call it the final one and just do it a 5-point round, because honestly, I'm bored of me. Okay. I know that I'm using an ad blocker, but I can see past it. Eric, no. The other one. Will, you've come home.
Hello.
You've come home, and I'm sat in my armchair.
I'm glad you live with me.
Me too, man. Actually, at this point,
That's
this
nice.
point, I don't know if I am yet, but we'll see. Right.
Okay.
You come home, you're roaring drunk, and you're saying, mate, where's my unicycle? And I say, hang on, I'm quite stressed. I don't know where your unicycle is. But you say, where's my unicycle? And I say, Gizzardeek.
Oh, let's have a look. Giz Deeks. Can I have a look?
Okay, so apparently, it's let me see or let me think. So I think you've
Giz Deeks on this is like, let's have a look.
right. Finally, thank fuck,
Okay.
Eric.
Okay.
You've recently, after a long hiatus from public life, you've come back.
Mm.
You've come back with like your grey, pale, sweaty face is gone now. Your ruddy, healthy complexion has returned. You're fighting fit after a bout of the penis cholera. You're chucking squirrels. You're looking outside in the space observatory, and I look at you and I say, "You are cocket." You, sir, are cocket.
Is that like cock a hoop?
Does that mean good?
Crazy.
Yeah, like you're doing good.
Oh,
Cock a hoop
yeah.
means good.
Yeah. Cock a hoop.
I was that.
Cock of the walk.
Okay.
That's not what I thought. Cock a hoop.
Look at you.
Okay. Will, what do you think it means?
What was the word again? Sorry, I got distracted by Eric's face and words.
Oh, cocket. Cocket.
If it was said like that, I'd think it was something else.
Sorry. Coquette.
Thank you. You're clearly irate at the other person, and it is a term of disencouragement, and you want them to leave immediately.
I think I should give Eric the point for this, because it means you've started to regain health.
A whole 1 point.
You've started to regain health after illness, and I thought,
You look good. That was what
yeah,
you said.
you're looking
good.
you're looking good. You're looking great, man. So you get 1 point. You finally get a point.
Lovely. 1 point.
End of that round. Will has 3. Eric has 1.
Only 3 for Will. I thought he got more than that.
Nah.
No, just 3.
Nah.
Oh.
And that's that hell over with. Thank you very much for entertaining whatever that. Yeah, just thank you.
That was fun. Thank
That
you.
was good,
I
but
enjoyed
also
myself.
thank Christ it's over. I really need a wee.
Yeah, me too.
That's good.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Ignorance is no excuse. Will.
People don't want surprise porridge thing.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Hello.
And how are you?
How are you doing, dearie?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you doing?
It's lovely to see you.
It's been such a
It's
long
been
time.
so long.
It's been a,
I know.
it's been
just
a
took the
long
words right out of
time,
my mouth.
I
didn't
know.
you? I know.
And have you had your porridge tonight?
Oh, there was a rogue oat in it, and I wasn't too happy.
Oh, not a rogue oat in your porridge. I hate
I know
it.
we've had some wild oats this season.
You'll have to get the rogue oat spoon.
The rogue,
the rogue oat,
the rogue oat
the rogue
spoon.
oat spoon, and just get it out of there.
I didn't know you had a rogue oat spoon,
It's
lad.
very long, so you can get away from the rogue oat when you're picking it out of your porridge.
Oh, that's very good. I should really invest in one of these. It sounds very useful.
I've got a
Especially with the harvest that you haven't.
I've got a spare. I'll bring one over.
Oh.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
It's a really low humming sound that's just constant. It's just gone.
What, in your ears or in the world?
In the world.
Oh.
That's tinnitus.
No, it's just left. It sounded like someone, like, just off in the distance, kind of close to the house. But you could
Really?
feel
Off in the distance, close to the house.
It's a bit weird. You don't know. But like,
close to someone else's house, presumably.
You could feel it in the house, but you couldn't hear it, really. It was more of a feeling sound than a sound, like the secondary vibrations. I could feel the secondary vibrations, not the third vibrations or the fourth. It was the secondary.
We're in danger, but we'll be safe because the tanks are off in the distance, but they're close to the house.
Exactly. I think it's the metro line.
Oh, Eric, I just want you to know before we move on to the next section that occasionally I think of... right, just like right now, I think of the time that you said Matthew McConaughey. and it really cracks me up. I think it might be the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. And I know that you've written some fantastic comedy. I do. And
But the funniest thing I've ever done is mispronounce Matthew McConaughey's name.
we've had a lot of interactions, you and I, in the short time we've known each other. But my God, the funniest thing you ever said was accidentally, somehow almost phonetically say Matthew McConaughey's name, because I can only imagine you were thinking about how it was spelt far too much at the time.
I wasn't. I don't know how it's spelt. I thought it would. I've no idea how it's spelt. I'd have assumed it was spelt how it sounds. I just said Matthew McConaughey.
It's just a personal thing for Finn, isn't it?
Honestly,
just
it's
said
really,
it.
it tickled my, it really got to my funny bone. It did.
It could have been any syllable at the end there. There was no. There's no background to that.
Do you need a minute, Finn? I'm glad that this is something though that you can always come back to in the dark.
It is, like, honestly, it really does get to me. Anyway, what's your segment, Eric?
Oh, mine. Already, just I'll have to explain something a little bit beforehand. In that, so I'm making a board game with the aforementioned Billy, whose kebab I ate off the stairs. The board game is still going ahead even after he found out about the kebab. So thanks to him for forgiving me for that. Now, in the process of making this board game, I've been disallowed to use several words and phrases that I've because he's illiterate. I've been I've been responsible for writing the instructions for the game, and a number of the text elements of the game and how things are phrased. And Billy has vetoed several words and phrases that I'm now longer not allowed to use, and I've added them to this list of bad words that can't go in the game. Now, I'm going to read you these words, and you're going to have to tell the difference between my bad word list and words that could get you demonetized on YouTube. That's the distinction you're going to have to make.
Okay.
So the first word, you're going to have to say whether it's Eric's bad word list that can't go in the board game, or demonetized on YouTube.
Okay, there's no wild cards in there.
There's no wild cards. It's board game or YouTube.
Got it.
Okay. All bangers, no whammies.
Yeah. Boko Haram.
That surely hasn't been demonetized on YouTube.
Eric. I think that's an Eric.
I think I tried to put that in a board game.
I don't think
You both think I tried to put
Yeah.
Boko Haram in a board game.
I think you tried to slide it in there
Yeah.
as a reference to the times.
You're both wrong.
Yeah, now that he just said you both think that I tried to put Boko Haram in a board game,
Yeah, you're both wrong.
I realise we're wrong.
Right. Nora Jones.
That has not been demonetized on YouTube. That is Eric.
Eric.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to mention Nora Jones.
Round 4.
Feces.
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 You can't be
not
demonetized on
demonetised
YouTube
on
for talking about
YouTube.
feces.
Yeah.
That's
This round,
true.
this isn't divisive enough because every single time me and Will have gone for the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Brexit.
That's not demonetised. Surely not.
I don't feel like that's demonetized because the news posts stuff about Brexit on YouTube, so that's definitely an error.
What would Ben Shapiro do?
Yeah, it's me. I'm not allowed to put Brexit in the game. I was disappointed because it was really funny. I can't remember the context, but I remember really enjoying the context. Okay, next one. Bosomy.
As in bosom like.
That
Yes.
has to be Eric. It can't
Comparable
be
to the breast.
demonetised on
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's Derek.
Bosomy.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's
Eric.
not me.
You can get demonetized on YouTube for talking about something being bosomy.
Apparently.
Oh.
This is from a list I found on Reddit. But
Okay.
still, I did not try and put the word bosomy into the game, partly because I didn't know that was a word. Actually, it might not be a word because there were a bunch of words on that list that weren't words.
Are you going to put it into the game now?
I want to know how you'd fit that in.
I'll make a note. I'll try.
Something I didn't think I'd say tonight.
I mean, to be honest, it's if I try and put it in, it will definitely end up just on that list of bad words that I can't use. Billy will...
Bosomy sex robots.
I think Billy will veto the word bosomy. NKVD.
That's just not allowed in your game. That's surely not demonetized on fucking YouTube. They don't
know what that
exist
is,
anymore.
So I'm gonna go that I'm just gonna go that's an Eric one.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's a me.
That was Stalin's secret security service, I think. Was it like national security? I can't remember. Anyway, it was basically Stalin's military police. Great guys.
I knew what NKVD stood for at one point as well.
Nice communists. Very dance.
Communists with a K.
like Mortal Kombat.
El Chapo.
That's definitely an Eric, right? El Chapo.
El Chapo.
Go on, Eric.
I like just for the sake of this being anywhere near interesting points wise, I feel like I shouldn't, but I also think it's Eric.
It's YouTube.
Fuck off.
You could have had a free point there, sir.
You could have had a point. Could have had a point. Just playing devil's advocate, you'd have had a point.
But I'm a coward.
All right. Preliminary Vaseline.
Preliminary Vaseline.
It's important. It's also Eric. just like Eric.
Okay, I'll go YouTube because that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that was me.
Yes. Your sacrifice is so damn worthy, sir. Thank you.
It's all right. It needed to be done. We now have a winner.
The reason preliminary Vaseline is in there, by the way, is because I wasn't allowed the word lubricate initially, and I thought preliminary Vaseline was a better option. He thought it was overtly sexual, and I argued that it's not.
It's not. You
It's
use it for
not.
so many other things.
A lot of it's not. Yeah, other things need lubrication.
I regret saying so many other things. I can think of like 3, and like I was thinking broad terms as well. Cars.
Not specific parts, just cars.
I know cars.
I just
wipe it on
Vaseline
them.
the
You
whole
need to
thing.
lubricate cars, else they'll seize up. Cars, buses. The locks in doors. Bicycle chains.
There you go.
Excellent.
That's
all
all of them.
things you lubricate.
That's all of them.
Whole Venn diagram there, kids.
Okay, next one.
Delightful.
YouTube.
Eric.
That was me.
Fuck.
And we're back in this, baby.
It's not demonetized. In fact, is just not on the list in terms of words. YouTube didn't know what the word was.
I don't know what the is.
It's just and most
Oh.
and usually towards.
Woohoo!
Yeah, why is that not... I mean, if...
That definitely should be demonetized.
Yeah, it's horrendous as a
Yeah,
like,
you can't be making money off...
yeah.
Why was that in your game?
I can't remember. but I wasn't allowed it.
That detective is the right question. Why was that?
We're all getting very solemn and like, oh god, yes, no, that is terrible. The youth of these days, if they can find out about that, oh, terrible.
Okay.
Definitely demonetized on YouTube. Wait, Eric?
Okay, for context, because only
No context
because
required.
only
Cut.
you
You don't deserve
because no one
context.
else knows
Cut
what
here
the
now.
game's
You
about.
deserve
Don't
it.
you don't deserve
So
Absolutely
the whole
it.
not.
premise,
No,
the whole
This
Let's
tiny
cut this. Get
bearded
it out now.
Rasputin
No.
down there is just trying to explain himself. Don't let him.
the whole
Turn off
no
the
excuse
podcast.
for that, Eric.
Stop
the whole
listening.
premise of the game is about the end of
No.
the
Go
world.
home, cuddle your children,
No.
tell them
So
you
the
love
horrible
them.
things happen, including
He's
No.
going to
yeah.
ask to edit this because I won't do
It's
it
all
properly.
over.
No, I need you to edit this because I don't have time.
Milves.
Okay,
It's demonetized on
That's
YouTube.
definitely demonetized. That's definitely demonetized. Right?
it's demonetized on YouTube.
Good.
It was a form of, and that's fine on YouTube apparently.
Stop bringing this back. It makes
Sorry.
you look weird.
Just don't. Yeah. Don't want to know about what you think
Okay,
about on the
okay,
weekends.
Boy.
Boy,
No, no. Let's not
next week,
don't let that catch
Next
on.
week. Eric, boy, carriage.
Oh please no.
You
Please send your hate mail to.
you made your bed, you can lie in it, you plum.
Really can't make that much light of. Right, pro-choice.
You wanted it in a board game.
Pro-choice?
Pro-choice.
I don't think that's monetized on YouTube.
I'm gonna risk a slip down. I'm gonna be a silly boy. I'm gonna be a
Go
fun.
divisive.
I'm gonna be a fun little silly boy. A little pretty fun silly boy like I am. I'm gonna say that's just Eric.
That's YouTube. I did
Confirming that I'm both pretty and silly, so that's fine.
What a lovely bed you've made for yourself.
Goose down.
I don't want to know. Let's just carry on.
And that's it.
It's weave from the tears of me.
Hey,
So Will wins by 1 point.
That's
he threw it all
Stop
away
the
at the
count.
end.
All the way at the
stop
end.
the count.
But
I
will,
have
so
it on
didn't
good
you-
authority that Will touches kids and doesn't tell anyone about it, so I think I should win.
Wow.
I will.
You've really made yourself a cushy bed there compared to the two of us after that.
Yeah, I have actually. You two came off terribly.
I will now share the rest of the words that I can't use
Okay.
because I did that. They weren't all in there.
Just rattle them off.
Efficacy, double bubble, lubricate, Brexit, flowing, NKVD, cancer, assisted suicide, self-harm, juicers, feces, defenestrate, preliminary Vaseline, Nora Jones, and
Double bubble should definitely be in there. I love double bubble.
I love double bubble. Double
Bubble's
bubble
great.
was the main that was the one we argued about most. Was getting double bubble in the game.
What about defenestrate? It's the best word in the English language.
I did
Sorry?
fight for that as well.
Defenestrate. It means to throw someone out of a window, specifically out of a window.
It's such a
Defenestrate.
specific phrase. I say phrase. It's just one word to mean throwing someone out of a window. It's perfect.
Oh.
I don't want to bring up again because that means I have to edit it out. But I will.
And moving swiftly on.
That's it? That's his thing over.
That was my second. And then part way through, you go into his house and have tea with his wife.
Alone.
Apparently, his wife is just not into it at all.
It's an old man's game.
Go on. Okay, Will, how brain powerful are you feeling? You're looking
about
better
equivalent.
than usual
At
for
this
time.
point, yeah, you're looking
I
good.
did all my drinking before the podcast.
Like we're an
so
hour
it's
and
just
20.
tiredness
You've
and-
never
We're an
been
hour
more
and 20
sober.
in, and you've never looked more alert
Yeah.
at this point in the podcast.
I'd say I look the same as I did when we started. You actually look better, and Eric's just got sweatier, and I think that's the.
I did get a bit hot under the collar there when I realised
Didn't know that one was going to come up.
how bad it was getting.
You could see the way that one was turned.
No.
Oh,
Let me
God.
speak.
No,
Please.
I tell you, they're being scoundrels. Scoundrels, I say.
Slander.
In the context of a throwaway comment during the instructions to a whimsical game, it seemed fine. Now, under the harsh light of podcast, it sounds quite bad.
Yeah, when it's going to be released to the world. Apart from Ireland.
I have the safety net when I'm writing for the board game thing, is that I have Billy there to veto the horrendous things I come out with. So I just say whatever.
That's true, because Will, if it was up to him, wouldn't know to censor anything. And I only really censor myself.
You just see that and go, well, I didn't say it.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
That's Eric's name on that.
Yeah.
I'll take the ignorance is bliss argument.
Right. I'll explain what it is, and if not, we can just save it till next time, so maybe we can think of some things. But my next segment is, if we're going to do it, it's a limerick segment.
Christ.
Do we all know, I'm assuming we do know, the structure of a limerick?
So it's 1 1 2 2 1.
Did the 2-2 have to rhyme?
Huh?
Does the 2-2
So it's got to
have
be
rhyme?
rhyme. There once was a man from Rhyme whose name did a thing that rhymed. Something second rhyme, something second rhyme, last thing first rhyme.
That did not help.
I didn't think the
that
second
was awful.
No, it did. The second rhyme, second rhyme.
Rhyme
second
doesn't
second
rhyme with
made me
rhymed.
go. No. But he just put rhyme. Rhyme is enough for me. He could have gone rhyme A,
Rhyme A,
and rhyme
Rhyme
A.
B,
So it's like
rhyme B,
A-
rhyme A.
Yeah, it's
That's-
AABBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but I didn't know that BB had to rhyme. I thought they could just be
Nah,
filler.
so it could be filler, but it's got to be rhyming filler.
Yeah.
But it means
Ah,
you can also
good.
choose any other word if you're going third in the line. That means you're off scot free,
Yeah. Excellent.
That's true, yeah.
which is quite nice.
Yeah,
So
it's easy streets.
it is. So we'll go me first, going to Eric, going to Will, going back to me, and I guess.
Oh, thank
So there once was a Geordie that read.
Who seldom got out of his bed.
you. His willy was long.
But it started to pong.
And flies were attracted to the head.
Well done.
There we
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
I was surprised by how quick we were
No, I
with
was
that.
not.
Okay.
I once had a stroke of good luck.
All the girls at the club I would fuck.
But then my shoes came untied.
And I went into a slide.
Now I can't get out and I'm stuck. Be
Silent.
there.
When walking one day in despair. I've thought of like 10.
Come on then. What are those 10?
Stumbled and found a bear's lair.
That doesn't write. That's a half rhyme.
Despair and lair.
Despair and lair, it's the same letters.
But spare is the syllable.
What? Spare?
Despair?
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a...
So spare.
Lair.
It's going to end in spare.
Air.
It doesn't end in air. It's going to end in spare.
Despair.
Yeah, I think you're taking your rhymes far too seriously, sir. They can be slant rhymes if you want, as long as it sounds fine.
Ah.
Oh dear.
Was you trying to end something with spare?
Yeah.
You're looking more and more like
Something
a
that rhymed.
disgruntled bird watcher by the second.
How many words with spare are in the bar there?
Why does it matter?
No, I wouldn't.
Other than spare
There's spare.
itself. I can't think
Why
of
can't
it.
you then just rhymed it with... You can't end a word, end a
I
sentence.
happened upon an eclair. Like that is still a rhyme.
Why you say-
It genuinely is.
This Eric's too difficult for this one. It's like, no, I can't do it. It's not proper. You're not using proper grammar and proper English. It's no point playing the game. I don't want to do this.
I've never met a small C conservative poet.
You're not even trying at poetry, are you?
Doesn't rhyme properly.
Right, I tell you what, Will,
Hello.
you do the second line so that Eric
Okay.
doesn't have to. because he's a ginormous baby man.
We'll just not look at the faces he pulls.
Yeah, we'll just
half rhymes.
In fact, I'll take joy in it. Right. While walking one day in despair,
I stumbled and found a bear's lair.
Tripped on a rock.
and then into a sock.
Now I look to the bear like an eclair.
You see what happens when you don't stick to proper rhymes.
At this point,
It's nothing about proper rhyme. It was the.
Don't blame Will for this.
Where the fuck
Don't
happened
blame
there?
Will for this.
I tripped on a rock.
You go to a lair, there'll be rocks around with it. This is what happens when you don't think carefully before you write your limericks. I mean, you can just mute YouTube.
Oh, you're getting muted for the entire thing, mate. No Eric content here. I'm re-recording your lines. Right, let's do an off-the-cuff one. Eric, start.
All right.
And I'll go next, because I've not had to go next.
No, you've not. You've been starting them all. You've been playing on easy mode.
Oh, Will, you give it a break. God. I try and do content. Complained at. Battered around the idea room like a ping pong ball. You know what'll be good? You dick.
Wow.
What? Go on, what? What would be good?
This section.
this little bit here.
This
I
segment.
don't like it when mummy and
This
daddy fight.
This little thing.
This bit will be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Yeah, you shiny motherfucker.
It's fucking hot. Still.
Yeah. Understandable, man. Understandable. There were no rhymes during the. I understand now. I've started to think that maybe the rhymes wasn't the issue.
The ones for an Austrian called Adolf.
Oh, he went there.
I went there. Hang on, no, actually, no, leave that.
Okay, go on.
I can do it. I can do it. I can.
I've never seen you like
You
this.
full froze.
It's pathetic.
I can't perform.
Has this ever happened before? I don't think I'm ever going to try and do something this, like...
I think we peaked at the improv letter at the very beginning.
Yeah, we did, like, this improv-based apparently reduces Eric to a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
I can't improv. I was all over the shop.
Well, do you want to start and I'll go second and we can make Eric go third again?
Jesus Christ walks into a bar.
That's good, that.
Having got out of a bright pink car.
Mm. He slipped on his hem. Oh.
I'm not going to do this with you guys anymore.
Right, I'm just going to call this train wreck and go to the toilet.
And found a large gem.
He slipped on his head. It just sounds silly.
It's bullshit.
That's-
You shouldn't
that's-
write limericks as a group.
That's
the
point.
takeaway.
It sounds silly. I just think you're both doing it badly.
We're just both doing it badly. Should we just let you write a whole one for yourself, shall we?
You know what? I think I will.
I can't.
I think you should write limericks on your own
Yeah.
and give yourself some proper time to do it.
Yeah, I
what
don't,
you should do with limericks.
That's the thing. I don't need time to do it. It was fine.
I thought he was going to go anywhere with something else. Hem.
I don't know, the despair one, you started us off with bad words to rhyme with.
I didn't. There's plenty that rhymes with despair.
Not properly.
You're just thinking about things that rhyme with spare exactly, and the only thing that does is spare because you wanted to use all the same letters, which isn't how rhymes work. Go to the toilet.
I'm going to go to the toilet.
And good God, use a towel.
Can't hear you anymore, you dickhead.
Yeah, well, look at you, tiny, sweaty Rasputin-looking man. Sorry, Will. I'm sorry you had to see that.
That's alright.
I can only assume he's gone for a cry because I was very mean.
The boy, he's being mean to me.
I don't need time to do it.
Can't hear you anymore, you dickhead.
Oh, Will, you give it a break.
I think you should write limericks on your own and give yourself some proper time to do it.
You guys broke, and then I just got mean. It's time for a Geordie Reads. Right, there's some backstory to this one.
Oh, excellent.
Have you guys ever been on Clickhole?
Clickhole. Is this some sort of weird porn site that you've got?
Different spelling. So no.
Okay.
So Clickhole is basically an opposite to BuzzFeed. They do ridiculous quizzes and news articles, but they're all entirely fake and stupid and quite fun.
That does sound quite fun.
It is. I actually genuinely I think you should have a look at it because it's very funny. But one of my favourites is kind of like a choose your own option adventure game. Where in this kind of strange, I'm assuming like kind of Western European Middle Ages area, the Bible has been eaten by a very hungry hog, and as you go through all the different options, one is that you renounce the hog and you try and write the Bible from scratch. That's one option, and it goes down. The other option is you give it to a scribe. Another one goes into dark magic and trying to summon goblins, and then the other one is basically they embrace the hungry hog as their new Lord and Savior.
Okay.
It's actually written phonetically in that kind of language, though.
Why? We've learned that we can't.
So
that we can't do this. You even had a point today where you tried this.
So this is one of the last options that you can pick, and it's the new improved Bible that someone developed, and it surrounds the hungry hog, but it is in this kind of weird phonetic. It's the new and improved Hogger Bible, different than oldster Bibler that the hungry hogger hath eaten.
I personally think that this week, instead of it being a Geordie Reads, it should be a Tory Reads. And Finn, you can do this. And you can put on your finest British accent. Or just...
I am... hurt.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way that I don't have to try and read phonetic things again, because that does not work.
And I genuinely can't believe you've done this.
Fuck off. Fuck. just fuck off.
Please.
How big? How long is that?
Oh my.
Dios mío. Nah. I've already.
That's...
What do you mean? Try.
I mean,
that is a lot longer than last week's.
I'll do it. I'll do it, but just know that this episode, I have been nothing but let down by you people.
Yeah. But what do you want me to do with this?
Maybe my expectations have been too high. But that's just because I believe in you. And if the crime is believing and loving in you too much, then I am guilty. But just know this. You have let me down and you have pissed me off. Fine, I'll read it.
It's time for a Tory Reads.
The new and improved Hogger Bible, different than oldste Bibler that the hungry hog hath eaten. This Bibler es en new en writs par Randy tha scribno, and pleasure and blessner of Lordo tha God, Amen. Chapster undo. En tha beginder, thou wast un hungry hogger, en this hungry hogger hath eaten all the Bibler in the village und nighten. Everbody in the village wast in awe of this hungry hogger, due to etwas clearly und miracle of Lordo tha God. How else could an hogler eaten so many of Bibler en und nighten? Es sol explicitado tha this. So, all the parcels in the village did stopper. They're drinking and dancing and master potato.
Made yourself laugh.
And all sens of this nature, for them's did understanding that this hungry hogger was new Jengus Chrysler sent for from Lordno and Heavener. But whilst them village folken vast praying and giving thankler for this miracle of Lordo, the hungry hogger did eaten of and kinderchild. Suddenly, I just realised that said suddenly. Suddenly, und Husher have fallen upon the village. Then the mother of the 18 kinderboy have said, as unblessna parmo kinderchild getting 18 of par this hungry hogger es nu Genghis Kressler. And everybody applauding, par it was truth that the village woman dead speak. And sooner the village folken did presento their arms and leggies for to be eaten of par the hungry hogger, cause of it be unblessna tremendo. But the hungry hogger was not wanton of the normo humben flesh and enty more. Hem was hungry for eaten of Genghis Kressler, the son of Lordo. Thus do, them par souls in the village did looken far and widen for Genghis Kressler, the son of Lordo, and them did have founden of him hidden of himself under und rock. And Genghis Kressler, the man dead, said, Please do not be feeding mo to the hungry hogger. I am used to saviour, sent from Lordo the Godder. Don't I have trust of mo? You know what, Well, I'm really sorry that we've done this every week, because that was fucking stupid.
It's honestly, it's awful.
Also, I'd like everyone to know, and I'm keeping this in by the way, I'm not a Tory. I'm not a Tory.
Hang on, you can't keep that in if I don't get my denunciation of...
Of course I'm going to take the bit about you now, Eric.
I don't like how you phrased that.
Me?
The bit about... Because you just said, of course I'm going to take out the bit about how you doing... out.
Oh, sorry. Eric don't doing... Eric never doing... Never done doing one at all.
You've read too much of this Bible of Hoda Hogan. Finn's broken.
He's found his own prep too funny.
We've lost him.
Let's do a quick plug for the sketch show that we've done, because we've not mentioned that before. That's actually out now. I say it's out. One episode is out, and we're pretty happy with it. I think that's as good as we can get with that. Is that we can say that we're pretty happy with it. It's called Funny Noises, and it's on the same way that you found this. It's on Spotify or Acast or whatever.
And it involves your three favourite podcasters.
Plus Rose McDaniel.
Us, and then Rose McDaniel, who's done a fantastic job. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big yawn. There are 2 cocks in there.
Double bubble. Double bubbles in the night garden.
He knows what demonetise means, you patronising arse.
Segments. So I had to go back to the text chat just to check what my talking point was, even though that my talking point is talking points. And the reason my talking point is talking points is because as a younger man, or a child, as they're also known.
Yeah. You know what those human beings call those young human beings?
As a squire,
children.
before my flowering.
Before my flowering.
Before I was deflowered.
By the gardener.
Before my flowering and eventual deflowering, I was a child.
Well, I was merely a stem.
Before I was plucked too early. Ravished in my prime, before my prime.
Shall we call him the garden hand?
When I was a bud, my pre-stigma days. What's the name?
Stamen.
Stamen. Stamen.
Yeah,
That's the male sex organ of a flower.
I believe so.
Stamen. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, back in those days.
The 90s.
Oh, it wasn't that far back.
The
early
noughties.
Early noughties.
Back when the Vengabus was coming.
In the 90s, I wasn't self-aware enough.
What do you mean? It's never stopped coming.
Like the gardener.
Oh.
The gardener is coming.
Oh.
He's coming out the hedgerow.
He's coming out the hedgerow. He's got his secateurs. He's coming for your flower. He's coming for your flower.
He's clipping off the petals. He's clipping off.
He's clipping off the petals. You're now.
The bumblebees don't want you.
Oh, fuck me. What a horrendous song that was. Back in the early noughties.
Oh, yeah. Back when he had a gardener in the night.
If I was going to some sort of social interaction, say a date, or...
You are Victorian.
Yeah.
If I was courting a young lady.
Back when I was merely a child, and I would go to some sort of social interaction.
I
had to prepare myself for a simple social interaction.
But I would prepare...
some sort of soiree.
A rough would be required.
Talking points.
Sorry.
But yeah, I would prepare talking points, because I would be afraid of not having anything to say. So I would think of things in advance. I would think of talking points. And it got to the point where I would even write them down on a tiny little piece of paper that I would fold up and keep in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I don't think I ever consulted it mid social parlance, but it was always there. It was always in the pocket just in case.
Okay.
And I just wondered if the two of you ever did anything similar or came close or please
Finn.
did something.
3, 2, 1.
No.
No, okay.
No.
If I ever went to a social interaction,
As you humans say.
as we say on the planet Earth. Sorry, Eric.
Sorry, it's such a weird way.
It's such a strange. I think it definitely explains why you had to prepare talking points. But no.
Hello, fellow human. How are you finding this social interaction?
I mean, I famously, apart from these ones, I mean, which obviously after this episode needs to change, I never really put any effort into social interactions at all. If I was in one, I would use my clearly superior improvisational skills.
Your natural wit.
My natural wit, and I just start bashing out limericks left, front, and centre. But yeah, I never even on a date where I was super nervous for it. Like I remember bits where I probably should have. I remember when I'd be sat there being like, shit, what do I say? And I wish I'd prepared something. But you know, I think those bits they feel
went to that length.
They feel like they last longer than they did, and you know, invariably it turned out well if it did or it didn't if it didn't. But yeah. But no, I never prepped for anything. And
you never prepped. The only thing you've prepped for so far is this podcast.
It's the podcast.
In terms of talking parts.
Just start talking shit.
Must be fucking nice.
Perfect podcaster, right?
It's a curse.
Podcaster in the making.
It's a curse,
yeah. That is why Finn hosts this thing, by the way. This is why he is the driving force within the podcast.
Hey, don't insult me. How dare you say I'm the driving force behind this?
Whose idea was the podcast?
Eric.
I'd say you're not...
And he puts it together.
I'd say I'm the driving force behind, but not within.
I'm the beating heart.
After the pilot episode, I'll say this for the listeners. After the pilot episode, we did not establish Finn as the sort of host, intro, outro man that sort of guided us throughout this, and that is why the pilot was a write-off, is because it was my idea, and I was coming into it... I guess I was the sort of default lead, and it all went to shit. It was an absolute write-off. And then between the first and second, I said, Finn, can you please...
I had to begrudgingly accept leadership, as I always do. And look where we are.
Look at this Elysium that you've brought us to. The pinnacle of the bottom of the slag pile.
The nadir of the slag pile. Yeah, I'm assuming Will's. Do you have any background as to why you don't, Will?
Why you don't prepare talking points in your pockets like I do?
I mean, Will doesn't prepare for fucking anything.
I say like I do. I haven't done that since pre-teens.
I'm just a low prep kind of guy, really.
It's part of your charm.
I'm a vibe. That's what I am.
That's true.
I go with the flow.
If I had to explain
Feel
you,
it out.
I'd say he's a vibe. There's a vibe.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. Sometimes I end
There's
up in
an
the
energy.
right place, sometimes I end up in the wrong place, but it's always a journey, and that's me.
Maybe as a gas.
As a gas.
Will Brown once said, "Ooh, haven't I had a lot of gin tonight? I'm well tired now, and I don't want to do any more reading." Tonight, we listened to Will Brown. Good night. Never seen him look more pissed off. Sorry, I actually wrote, I did write that down phonetically. Var new en improved hogger Bible. Defront then oldste Bibble that thar hungry hog hef af eaten. This Bibble es en new en writs par randy thar scribno, and pleasure and blessner of Lordo thy God, Amen. Chapter under. En thar beginder, thou wast un hungry hogger, and des hungry hogger hef eaten all thar Bibble in thar village und nighten. Everbody in thar village wast in awe of des hungry hogger, due to et was clearly und miracle of Lordo thy God. How else could an hogler eaten so many of Bibble en und nighten? Es sol explicitado thar this. So, all thar parcels in thar village did stopper. They're drinking and dancing and master potato. and all sense of this nature, for them did understanding that this hungry hogger was new Jengus Chrysler sent for from Lordno and Heavener. But whilst them village folken vast praying and giving thankler for this miracle of Lordo, the hungry hogger that eaten of and kinderchild. Suddenly, I just realised that said suddenly. Suddenly, and husher have fallen upon the village. Then the mother of the eaten kinderboy have said.